So, no lie, I just spent half an hour searching for a bobby pin to kind of tame this situation I have going on, and I didn't find one. So, that is why my hair is looking the way that it is, so don't judge me. Oh god, it's gonna flop over like that the whole time. Whatever. It's okay. Hi everyone, I am Margaret, if you didn't already know that. I just recently graduated from college, so I'm currently searching for a post-grad apartment near my job, which is in the Northern Virginia, DC area. So my roommate and I, a few days ago, did some apartment tours, but because of COVID, they were either online or virtual tour, FaceTime, Zoom call tours. So if you all are interested to see how that works, I'm going to show you some of the apartments that we saw and just kind of tell my pros and cons about each of them. And if you all want to let me know your favorites, feel free to do so. For each of these videos, before I talk about the units, I'm going to put the price because I want to be transparent about those things. If they were running any specials, so what the price would be after the special, and then the square footage of the apartment. All right, let me get my notes. Let me find the spot in my notes where I have everything written down. I should have bookmarked it. Here we go. Okay, so the first apartment that we saw, that was at 9 a.m. This place is right across from a Trader Joe's, which is great, but on the pro side, it is kind of far away from the town center area and from my work, so I would have to take a bus to work every morning, which isn't terrible, but it's also in a community, so kind of like a neighborhood of buildings that they have instead of one building. So instead of just walking downstairs to the lobby and getting on a bus, I'd have to walk all the way out of this community and then get on a bus. And I wanted to be in the same town, so I didn't have to have a half an hour commute in the morning. So that was definitely kind of turned me off. But we saw two different apartments. One of them was cool because it does have a loft. So the living room has vaulted ceilings, which is nice for an apartment, and it had a fireplace. On the con side again, the kitchen wasn't updated. It had white appliances, like wooden cabinets, and didn't really have a big enough space for a dining room. It had like a little area off the kitchen, and the kitchen was kind of small, and the whole place was carpeted. So this was the only apartment, well, that's not true. There was an apartment that was also all carpeted and wasn't as updated, but it had more pros than this place. On the other side, this one is pretty cheap because it's not all updated. What else do we have? Yeah. Oh, but this apartment had a really large patio, as I'll show you right there. So that would be really nice to have that outdoor space to yourself and not have to use a communal outdoor space. And so we saw the one with the loft, and then there was one that didn't have the lofted area. That was just a normal apartment, so it didn't have the fireplace or the vaulted ceilings. So if we went with this place, I would definitely want the one with the vaulted ceilings, fireplace, and little balcony situation. Okay, the next. So these didn't go in order because there was some things where they just sent us videos, so we watched them later. But on my list, it was supposed to be at 10 a.m., was a building that's right next to the metro, which would be nice if we wanted to go into DC, or my work is near the metro, so I could just walk to work from there, which would be really nice. I wouldn't have to pay for transportation or any of that. So this place was really nice. I really liked it. It was really updated. But on the flip side, so there's a thing with we'd have to sign a longer lease, and we'd have to move in sooner than we'd like to get a cheaper price, where we were looking at places that we liked much more and the price were cheaper and we'd have more space. So I think we automatically just kind of eliminated that one. We liked it, but also it definitely wasn't the best for what we were looking for. This building's also nice. It's pretty new, but it just wasn't the one. Okay, so for the next apartment, this one we actually did tour with somebody. So he connected to us on a Zoom call and took us through the apartments, asked what we liked, what we didn't like, and then took us to other apartments or other units that he thought would fit us well. So with this one, as you will see in this little video, the first one didn't have an island in the kitchen, so there was a very small amount of counter space, and we both like to cook and don't, like, we're not people that Postmate and Uber eat everything, so we definitely need counter space so that we can cook, especially if we're both cooking at the same time. And that just wasn't there in that apartment, even though the view was nice, had a golf course view, it had nice natural light. We just thought that the kitchen island situation was going to be too much of a turnoff for us. And the leasing agent did tell us that we could buy a kitchen island. So if we just went on Wayfair, Overstock, whatever, we could just buy a kitchen island, but we didn't really want to have to deal with that. And then if we move out, we have to take this huge kitchen island with us, which would be a hassle. And so he showed us another place that we both really liked. It had an awesome kitchen. It had the island. This place had huge walk-in closets, as you'll see, which was nice, but at the same time, I thought they might have almost been too big, because I don't have that much stuff. I'm sure I could figure out a way to fill it. I have other stuff I can put in there besides clothes. But it just seemed like it was kind of a waste of space to have that big of a walk-in closet and then have pretty normal, decent-sized bedroom. So I'd rather have a smaller closet and more bedroom space or more living room or kitchen space, personally. But, I mean, everyone's different. So the bad thing about this last one that we saw, besides the walk-in closets, which isn't really bad, is that only one of the bedrooms had a window. So that means that one of us would be living kind of in a shoebox. I mean, it's not really small, but in a room without a window. So we thought that that would be, like, we'd have to figure out who would get the room without the window, who got the one with 3 windows, and I just didn't really want to have to do that. And both of us said that we don't think either of us could live in a room without a window. And I mean, I agree. I don't think that anyone should have to live in a room without a window, especially if you're paying what we'd be paying for the apartment. So yes, but this kitchen was really nice, had updated appliances on the top floor, which was amazing because then you wouldn't have to hear people stomping on top of you, which I thought would have been a plus, but at the same time we automatically eliminated it because of the no window situation. And I think that does it for that one. We didn't really look into it more just because we either needed a big kitchen or we needed a window in the bedroom, and neither of the units that he showed us that they had available had that. But besides that, the building was really nice. One of the weird things for me was that the hours for their gym, I didn't ask if this was just because of COVID or if it's all the time, but the gym hours were 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. So I wouldn't be able to go to the gym on Sunday, which is usually one of the days I go to the gym because I'm not working. And then all of the hours that the gym is open during the week, I will be in work, and I don't want to have to rush home from work to try to get in a workout. So I definitely thought that those hours were odd, and like, who is going to the gym at those hours unless you're like coming home on your lunch break, which I want to eat my lunch during my lunch, not work out. But whatever, that was just kind of weird. Okay, so the last apartment that we saw was personally my favorite. We saw three units. One of them didn't have a window in the bedroom, so the lady was like, okay, we're just not going to look at this one. I'm not going to waste your time. And I was like, thank you, because we spent a lot of time at the other place on the unit that didn't have a window in the bedroom. So we just scratched that one, and we saw 2 that we both really liked. So the first one, I'll put the floor plan right here and then some videos. The first one, as you can see, the kitchen living room area. It's kind of like in an oblong, kind of funky shape, which I didn't really mind. It seemed kind of cool. It did have a kitchen island. What else? For this place, I didn't have any cons. Like, if I really picked, I could find cons, but everything I thought was just amazing. I love the finishes in the kitchen. The first one that we looked at had lighter cabinets, darker countertops, I think, and the second one had darker cabinets, lighter countertops. So she said on odd and even floors, it changes what the finishes are for the kitchens. So the second one also, each of the bedrooms are really big. They have huge windows, and both of the units that we saw are corner units. So we'd be getting light from two directions and have a ton of windows, which I thought was amazing. The closets in the first one are really big. The bathrooms are all updated and white and amazing. And so we'd both have our own bathroom, a large bathroom, a large closet, and a large room with a really nice, bright living, dining, kitchen area. So I was like automatically sold on this one. And then the second, and all the appliances, as you can see, finishes, everything is updated because the building is brand new. It was finished in 2019. So we'd be the first people living there, which is kind of cool. And then the second unit is also on a corner, but I like how in the living room, because in the living room on the first one, you just have one wall of windows, and then the bedroom has the corner. But I like how in the second one, the living area has the corner window situation in it. So you have that kind of 180 view, which is nice. And then each bedroom also has windows. The closets in the second one are smaller. And the con to the second one is that both of the bedrooms are next to each other. So she was like, oh, like a lot of people don't like that. And at first I was like, I really don't care. Like, I just came from living in a dorm building where my roommates, because we were in a suite style apartment situation. So my roommate's room was right next to mine. And then I had a stairwell on the other side so I could hear everything. But I'm also like, now that I'm get to pick what I want, maybe that's not what I want. But I mean, if I had to pick either of these, I would take either unit. I love them both. The only downside is that those bedrooms are next to each other, which isn't really a con. It's just something to think about. So for the second unit, it ended up, the leasing agent was telling us that the second unit is bigger by 50 square feet, I believe it was. And the second unit that was bigger is actually cheaper. So that's the one with the two bedrooms next to each other, but it's only cheaper by $15 a month. So we'd be splitting that. We'd each be paying $7.50 more a month, which is like one large Starbucks coffee a month. So honestly, the price difference didn't really sell one over the other for me, but it was nice to be getting more space for less money. So that was something to think about. I think I definitely have my favorite picked out, but let me know in the comments which one your favorite is from what you can tell. I know some of the videos are shaky because it was just me recording like our FaceTime or our Zoom call, and the other ones are just clips from YouTube videos. But let me know which one is your favorite, and if you want to see an empty apartment tour once I get there and all my apartment shopping and everything. I'm so excited to start shopping for stuff, which I can't do until I'm there because I'm not taking a U-Haul down to move in. I'm going to just rent a car to get me there and then return it. So I have to do all that once I'm there, which is kind of stressful because I'll be doing it all in 1 week. But if you guys want to come along with me, let me know. All right, everyone. So thanks for coming along with me to look at these apartments. I hope you liked it. If you want more content like this, just let me know. And if you want to subscribe, like this video, do all that fun stuff, that would be awesome. And I'll see you next time.